The Marlins are off to the best start since 1997. I want to talk baseball and Oakland A's with you because what is happening with them is heartbreaking if you're emotionally connected to sports in the ways that we're talking about here, because the Oakland A's have brought a lot of joy to that region, but they've broken baseball there, and 27,000 people showed up the other day to complain and chant and moments of silence because they respect the history of the most historic sport in America. David, your thoughts on what just happened recently? It seems more real, Vegas today, than it did yesterday to me, but I don't know the ins and outs of business and when I'm being lied to by press releases.
Well, you're definitely being lied to. So is it more real because there's state money now for a ballpark? I want to give you one thing to think about, and we can make this 2 segments or 0 segments. There is no ballpark that can fit on 9 acres of land that has a retractable roof. That's the start and the end of this discussion. But if you want to keep going, there's no approval by baseball to relocate. There's no financial plan of what the A's would be doing in Las Vegas for the owners to vote on. There's no TV deal. There's no set private financing for John Fisher for his portion of a stadium in Las Vegas. All that happened is the framework of the public part of the public-private partnership for a stadium in Vegas. That's all this special session was. That's all the public money is. But it's step 1 of 50. And last night, the A's released a statement that I went into detail on Nothing Personal today, but I'll sum it up now. A statement that merely said, when the governor signs this into law, that will be a good next step. And that's all it is. So the boycott is not relevant. The fact that the team stinks is not relevant. What is relevant is that owners want to get the A's out of the revenue sharing receiver position. They're getting a ton of money in revenue sharing, and they want that stopped. What's also relevant is that the owners want expansion money so they can pay off debt that they incurred during COVID and that they've incurred over time because salaries are too high. And so they've got to get Oakland and Tampa taken care of before expansion. But it's not done yet.
And you've been saying that for a while. Is it going to be done? Are you of the belief that the most likely scenario here is all of these public lies somehow leverage Oakland into building a ballpark that can't be built unless there's the threat of them moving to somewhere else, and probably won't be built even with that?
No, I think it could still be built at the Howard Terminal. I think that they were closer to a deal in Oakland than they even are in Vegas. The problem is that John Fisher has screwed it up so badly that it's made our effort, and Wayne Huizinga's and John Henry's in Florida, it's made our effort look amazing because of everything he's done wrong along the way from both a PR standpoint and just a practical standpoint of how to get a deal done. I think that MLB needs Vegas as an expansion candidate, and to waste them as a relocation is a real disservice to maximizing your expansion fee. And that's what owners are concerned about right now. That's why there wasn't a vote with the owners' meetings that are going on in New York right now, because there's nothing to vote on yet. Do I think eventually the A's move to Vegas? I'm still a no on that. And I'll be the last holdout, and I'll come on the show and admit mea culpa that I was wrong. But there's nothing that tells me that a deal to Vegas is anywhere near
But you're
complete.
basically saying in 2023, I don't want to stay here too much longer, but give me the bullet points on all the things Fisher has done wrong, because you're basically saying that all of this is just meant to leverage Oakland, that it's all lies, that there's no truth here to anything Vegas related as it relates to the A's.
No, I'm not. There was no truth to the Marlins going to San Antonio. There was no truth to the Marlins going to Vegas because we were told by Bud Selig before we even met with the mayor that he wasn't going to allow a team in Vegas. So there's no truth to us moving to Portland. We wanted to stay in Miami. That was pure leverage. The A's have a problem. They need a new ballpark. It's not going to open in 27. So I do think that there is some truth to the possibility of Vegas, but John Fisher going parallel paths is what you're supposed to do, and he chose to turn his back on Oakland, and even including yesterday when he wouldn't even address the media who wanted to talk to him. I could have given him 5 talking points that he could have told the media that would have started to repair the relationship in Oakland and help the relationship in Vegas. And all he said was, thank you to all of the people in the Senate and the Assembly for getting this bill passed. And it wasn't even attributed to him. It was just a blanket sort of ordinary PR statement release. It's just sad to me that they've made these mistakes when we worked so hard to pave a path to show people how to do it,
to lie
and
better.
where the mistakes are.
You're offended that the blueprint you gave
Yes.
them to lie better hasn't been executed more competently.
It's horrific. We told them how to do it, and I learned from people before me how to lie, how to leverage, how to make up stuff in order to get more public money. We had it, and we gave it to them, and they've thrown it all away.
That's a good podcast name, How to Lie.